Today we're going to make the word building folder. So on the digital file, you should see the first half of the folder, which has your sound building boxes at the bottom and your consonants. I did update it with adding the consonant on the actual tile so that the students know where to put their letters back when it's time to clean up. So you should have that side, and then you should have the other side where they can have space to write the whole word, and also your vowels. Your just vowels in general used for long and short sound words, your are controlled, your vowel teams, and your diphthongs. And then I also included the CK and the ED just for some extra practice with those ones. On that same file, you'll have your letter tiles, which again, you see your digraphs and your silent letter combinations. You have vowels. You have a couple of copies of vowels that you can put extras in a little Ziploc bag if you'd like to, so they have extra vowels for bigger words. You have your vowel teams, and then you have your consonant clusters down there. Now on the file, there's a fourth page that has the letters I need today box and the draw box, as well as your are controlled and your ED and silent E. This one I did not put on a separate page. They're all on, these two are together because this can go into what we're going to create the binding of, and this one was extra room. So once you have laminated all of those, they're going to be ready to assemble and to cut. Something I have found is really easy is to choose a cardstock of your choice and put the letter tiles on Need Today in the Draw It box on one side and have the cardstock on the other. That way you have a cover and it's just a nice thick border. So I did that with the letter tile square, and I did that with the actual building folder side. So you can see that on the back is the same cardstock that I had on the binding piece. I would give some advice though, because now you've made it double thick when you send it through your laminator, to not cut off this laminated edge to work with that laminated edge, because otherwise you'll find that your papers will pull apart. So now that we have everything laminated, I'm going to cut out these tiles, and I'm going to cut out these tiles. Before I do that, there's a little piece of advice I have about adding on your Velcro dots. I have bought a large roll of Velcro dots because I use them a lot, but it's really a lot easier to take one side, either the soft side or the hook side, and before you cut this out completely, to go turn it over and just start sticking the dots on the back and save yourselves a little bit of time. I do cut out the edge to help, but once the edge is cut off, I'll just flip it over and you can see where the squares are, and I just start placing the dots on there. It just is kind of assembly lining it, and it makes it a little bit easier to get them all on there without having to pick up a ton of tiles that are all over the place and trying to lose one. So I'm going to pause the video here and get those cut out, and next time we start up, you'll see them all cut out. Now that I got my pieces cut out and I have my dots on the boards, I like to use the fuzzy side and for the board and the hook side for the back of the dots. Now we're going to go ahead and assemble the center. And what the idea is to get this as the binding, and so it's taped to one side and then taped to the other side so that it can just fold in together, but then fold out flat when you want to use it. So you're going to just take this side and line it up with the edge of this and go ahead and tape on both sides. I'm going to use clear packaging tape. I think if you wanted to on the back, you could use some duct tape because we all know it's going to get duct tape eventually anyway. So once you have that together, then we'll be able to add our letters. So it is now assembled. When it's folded up together on those places that you connected it to, it should just fold together kind of like a book. Looks like a binder when you look at it from the side. And it's ready now to just play happy hunting, putting your pieces onto their respective spot and ready to store it. This is how you would use it with your students once you had all the tiles on there. I had to go find some more because I didn't have them on the paper. But so what you're going to look at is this is your blending sound boxes. So these are sound boxes, and then you have a place where you can write the word down here. These ones don't have to be used unless that's your focus. They're extras. But let's say that your focus was going to be TCH, practicing words with TCH. So you would say the word first. Let's say the word is patch. Have the kids repeat it, patch. Then we're going to segment that word into sounds. P, at, ch. We're going to count that we have 3 sounds, so we're going to be using 3 boxes. Our first sound is p, p, so the kids would grab the P, p, p. Our next sound is a, so have them grab an A, ah, 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 and then this is a short sound, so you're going to have the ch, which is a TCH. So then you do your sound check, p, at, ch, patch. This is patch. We have all of our sounds. We take our marker and we write it down there. Then you can have them chain if you'd like to, and change patch to batch. B, b. Awesome. Now let's change it to bath. So we're going to remove that, and they're going to change that to bath. So have some fun with word chaining and those other activities, all that you can do right down here on the blending mat. So that is how this mat works. And of course, just put them back when you're done. Close it up, and it's ready to be stored away.